Call the meeting to order at 7 o'clock. It's our February meeting. I'm Steve Najar, Vice Chair, so I'll run the meeting tonight. We've got Sherry Burdick here, Mike Camacho, and Ray LeMay. So 4 members present, which constitutes a quorum. As is customary, we're going to go ahead and take our guest first, and that's Jeremy Turner with our forest management report update, which we try to do once a quarter.
Yep. All right. You want me up there or sit here?
Why don't you come on up to the podium?
All right. Good. Well, thanks for setting up the time for me to come down again. It's been a while. As normal, I prepared a report for past, a summary of past work that's been completed since we last met. That was April of 21. I think we Zoomed and went over these items that since then have been completed, and then I'll finish up with some work that's being proposed for upcoming consideration. So we've this past year we completed the second of the 3 phases of the town forest boundary maintenance program, which is repainting all of the town forest boundaries and updating with all the new signs that we laid out and made for the town. So I think to date we're a little over 20 miles of boundary lines that we've done that are back into excellent shape, and we have 10 miles left to do this summer, and that involves Felch and a good charge of Eastman, so the 2 bigger lots. And so that feels good. Nice to have good boundaries out there. The Poor Farm boundary dispute and reporting by Forco has been delivered, and I guess the delivery of that, since that delivery earlier this fall, I guess I'm kind of not clear on from the town's end how that activity is moving along, but I'd be curious to talk about it at some point.
Do you want to just
You're
cover
talking
it?
about county lot?
No, the Poor Farm.
Oh,
Yeah, so I can just cover it really quick if that's all right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so we got the final report from Ron Klomarzik. It was probably winter time by the time it was finalized, and the town attorney drafted a nice letter that Andy signed and sent to Steve Cogliano, and we haven't heard back from him since. So the game plan is either he can voluntarily sign a boundary agreement. I mean, he can go get his own surveyor and his own lawyer.
Okay, yep.
Or, we're going to go to, apparently going to go to Superior Court to quiet the claim, according to law, so.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, Bob Todd's survey, as we all know, turned out to be right. And,
Right.
Yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. We're just waiting for response, I suppose. If we don't hear something, maybe Andy will email him again or something, just
Yep.
to see what his game plan is.
Yeah, sure, okay.
Yep.
All right, good. Yep, it's great to hear. The timber sale up on Toby Hill, that's complete, and the net earning on that ended up shaking out to be, I think you got another $1,000 coming in stumpage for this next payment, so I think it's right around $4,500 that the town netted out of that, so that was good news in terms of how that was a very much improvement-based operation with a lot of very low value trees that were harvested, so that's a good result also. The Eastman Forestry Plan, I think you approved that, Steve?
Yeah, we gave kind of a conditional approval, and
Okay.
I think we wanted to bring that up for just a final.
Okay,
Um,
so the Eastman Plan,
yeah,
conditional until I came here to talk about it.
I think, I can't remember what it was conditional on, but yeah, I mean, I think we just wanted to bring it up to the membership. But did we meet last month? I forget. No, that's
No,
why.
We didn't meet last month.
Yeah.
Oh.
So we hadn't had a meeting since it got finalized, is what happened. My phone's kind of lighting up here too, just a few little texts from the audience, text, but, just for everyone, you know, to remember too, that the timber harvest that Jeremy just went over on Toby Hill, we had no expectation of any income at all out of that one, so that was
Right.
good news there. Yeah, and we can talk about the forest management plan as soon as you're done, see if
Okay.
members want to formally approve that.
Okay, great. Okay, and then the town GIS project, I know, Steve, you've been working with Laura on that, and that appears that that's been moved along in a pretty good direction.
Yeah, really cool. I mean, we're not really geared up to kind of get on everyone's radar at home and everything, but this is just, so the idea here in the long term is, this is all the geographic information system data here that's shown, kind of displays as a map, but it's really tied back to a database. And so we've got a bunch of different data for the parcels, things like wetlands, boundaries, when they've been harvested. So Laura got that all straightened out. And so it's in great shape. And then the other thing that we've been talking about this for 2 years, and I think we've kind of finally nailed it with this thing now. What we're gonna do is, we don't want to bring up tonight, probably for about, less than 20 hours on the hourly agreement, can kind of finalize this, where we'll have like a live map on our website that you can turn on and off layers. So if you want to see like trails, rock walls, compartments,
Roads.
roads, just about anything, that's either, well, we've got our own data that we've made, and then, I mean, you could always put more stuff in there from the state GIS that's called Granite and link that all together, but anyhow, this is kind of the example on the computer here that I've got, I mean, so, you can just see all our parcels. You can have a background of like aerial photos or like street maps, so it's really cool. And I think, for the general public, that's really the benefit, and they jump on there and see where all of our parcels are, and, and kind of plan recreation or just get a feel for things. So it's pretty cool, pretty robust tool as well. And then also, like you can, I was talking a little bit with Laura today. I think the only thing that we don't want to put on there is the location of the archaeological sites and any endangered species. Because you can have, like, you can click over a polygon or a line and have it pop up and say what that thing is, and actually give you data on that. So
Yep.
that's, just wanted to kind of formally motion on just moving ahead with that next logical step here after
Yep.
we get done with this.
Yeah. Did you see that story map I sent you?
I didn't get a chance to look at that yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I think is worth thinking through at some point.
Is that something that we can add to this map, or is that a different type of software?
I think you can use that as a base because the story map is exactly that. It's a
They'll connect the coordinates and you can add it.
yeah, exactly. So you can hover over, say, Toby Hill, and then on the left side, wherever your map is, you hover over it, and then on the left side, it brings you to whatever, like numeric, say Toby Hill has like 1, 2, 3 dots on it, 1, 2, and 3, and you hover over it, story number 1 you hit, and it could be a, a habitat, release, project we did for the apple trees up there, and then it explains on the town forest, why it's important to release apple trees and what they benefit, so people can see spatially where it was, and then some photos or videos of that particular place on the earth. And then you could go to number 2 and see, some other enhancement or habitat enhancement we've done, or there's a view, so you can do some just neat engagements of the sense of place and a story that behind it with videos and photography, so.
Yeah.
I'll share that link. The state Fish and Game does an awesome job every year with all their harvesting programs and what they're doing, and they do a beautiful job with it. And I sent Steve a link, and maybe he can share it with everybody.
And New Hampshire has the This Is Us, which is a similar platform there.
Oh.
But it's community-based, so anybody in the public can submit photos to specific areas. And obviously, if we were to do something like that, we would have to have somebody approving the pictures that are tagged to the maps. But it really engages the public. It's a really popular site, This Is Us.
Yeah.
A lot of people add to
In
it.
town here, it's
No,
called.
that's statewide.
Oh, it's a statewide
Yep,
platform,
yep.
and people submit.
They could tag something on Toby Hill.
Oh, yeah?
This Is
Okay.
Us, sure. Yep.
Oh, no kidding. Yeah, I'll have to check it out.
I just forwarded that.
What's that?
I just forwarded that.
Oh, nice, cool, okay. So, yeah, so that's the progress to date since we last met. Moving ahead, there's some work items that are only one actually is started that's under agreement, but that's the Felch Farm Forestry Plan that's due in this summer. So that's a big project too. That's just getting underway. And then the pollinator annual evaluation, so
Okay.
there's some.
I got a question, Jer, on that plan.
Yes,
Can we do maybe schedule a work session before we get too far into that plan, just to
sure,
kind of think about what we want in there?
yep, that one's actually being led by Laura, so.
Okay.
I'll make sure she's on board with setting up, some work dates.
Yeah, before we get, too far into it.
Yep.
See if we can just have a get-together with whoever wants to go,
Okay, sounds good.
and just think about, kind of management and what she's got for ideas. and-
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Maybe before black fly season? We're
Right.
going out.
Well, yeah, I mean, this can be a tabletop thing, or go out, whatever you want to do as far as a combination. If you want to try to do like and that's not a bad idea to go out in the field
Yeah.
too, a little bit, yeah, and talk about it. So, yeah, let's try to get something together on that. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, that's a really neat property. Okay, that's an action item for me, I'll take care of. So the Eastman Conservation Area, in the pollinator habitat, is up for its annual kind of review, and it's we definitely need to think about how we want to manage that meadow, because we gotta brush hog it or burn it or something if we want to keep it as that high.
Is that on the backside you're talking about?
Yeah, yep, exactly. And, yeah, so the second controlled burn to maintain that open condition, or do some brush hogging.
Is
So-
a burn better than brush hogging, you think?
I think so, yeah. I mean, he's a town pyro, so he can explain the benefits of burning better than me.
Yeah, I mean, I think applying fire in that situation, you know, we're trying to have, it's gonna enhance like the amount of grasses and forbs, and, you know, it usually breaks down some carbon, top kills the vegetation in there. I mean, there's definitely a need to follow up with some herbicide for any invasives. I think our problem is sort of logistics right now. There are no, there actually may be a new private company out in New York, but right now there's kind of a lack of private infrastructure. And then Naomi, remember we talked about, checking with the town insurance company to see if I was covered for liability, if I was burn boss as,
It's been so long, I don't, either the email is so far down,
I don't know.
or I will have to re-ask.
I don't think you ever got an answer from him, but
No,
yeah.
I don't remember.
No, because it's been months, we've talked about it for
Oh,
months.
it's been several.
Probably, yeah,
Year, yeah,
like
Year.
pushing a year, I
Yeah.
think,
yeah.
yeah.
It's just one of those, I don't even know if they'll cover us for a prescribed fire or not. I don't know, like, when the fire department does a training burn, you know, how that's covered or not covered, but,
Yeah, they couldn't go out, could they get a vehicle in there?
Yeah.
There's a road all the way,
Now, but
no, yeah.
I mean, we got UTVs in there and stuff.
Yeah.
It's not really an engine kind of a unit, it's more of a, you know, doing prep work and, you know, just holding it with, probably bladder bags, and if there's UTVs around or whatever. I mean, you know, I might be able to get the prescribed fire council folks, but I mean, there's literally, I think, 3 burn bosses in New Hampshire right now. We get kind of a issue with, the amount of available resources, so.
It's probably not as popular as it used to be, because a lot of contracts I look at for big jobs prohibit it.
Oh,
A
wow.
lot of people that probably did that before for a living don't do it anymore because
have
it's
enough call.
prohibited in most places.
Yeah, I mean, it was tied to agriculture, I think, a lot of the, fire that used to be kind of used, and now, for forestry, it's a commercial burn permit, so I mean, it's not a super easy thing to deal with, but, we can definitely do it. I'm not sure that I mean, I think I talked to the chief a little bit, and they're not really in a position to lead the effort. I mean, maybe you get an engine out of them with a few people.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we might have to just get a masticator and get in there and hit it. I don't know if a regular brush hog's gonna do it, right? Probably need a masticator.
Yeah, forestry mower or something.
Does anyone have one with a skid steer around here?
Yeah, who's?
A lot of people do now.
Yeah, it seems like they're.
Yeah. What the heck's his name? Jesus, the guy we bought our land from. Who used to own our land? The old man. I keep forgetting names. It's terrible. But his son just bought a machine last year on a track skid steer.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to try to remember his name.
Well, maybe that's something we ought to try to get a cost on.
Yeah. Yeah, get it.
And Asplund just invested in a lot of machines like that. So I don't know if you could contact Asplund.
I thought they were exclusively just doing utility work now. Are they doing,
No.
They just invested in a lot of big fancy machines. So
Yeah,
they
for
made-
private.
oh, they are,
Yeah,
yeah.
they did a huge project for the Forest Society
Yeah.
last fall over in Wilton.
Then you
Big
got
one.
John Brown.
Well, we have a masticator too. It's just a matter of whether they have time to go out there and deal with it, But the skid steer, mounted one's gonna be less hours, less expensive probably, even than having the town one out there on a excavator type platform.
John Brown did it for us years ago once.
Yeah, he's been the most reasonable.
Right.
He'll
Yeah.
come in for like $1,700 a day,
Okay.
flat rate,
Right.
and they can do a lot in a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not too bad down there. no.
Yeah, those guys are no seats every day. They've got a lot of practice.
So can we get a price on that?
Yep.
And I don't think, right now it's gonna be hard to pull together a crew to burn. I'm making, see what's out there, but I'm just kinda doubting it.
Yeah, okay. Yep, will do. Just wanted to, move some of the possible work, to be proposed, to think about the new lands that the town's acquired, and start to take care of, getting the boundaries maintained and in good shape and signed, and then management planning, tree farm status, just all those action items that, should be something to discuss, how we wanna move through that for next steps. So that would be that county law annexation, which I guess I'd propose on that, if you guys want. The Poor Farm Forestry Plan expires this year, so when we go to update the Poor Farm, we could just include the county, that county lot next door. Cause I imagine we're gonna want that as part of the Poor Farm forest. Is that right?
Yeah,
Yeah, okay.
so that boundary's gonna, gonna change. But let's punt on that one until we get the resolution to the dispute.
Okay,
There's no sense doing anything there until that's gone through whatever it's
Sure.
gonna go
Nailed,
through.
yeah, nailed down.
Yeah,
yep, we can hold that, that's easy enough.
but it would be good to get an FSA for forest management plans and boundary work for Hardwick and Barden, I think.
Okay,
And we can't, we can vote on that after, assuming the town forestry warrant article passes. So it'd be in, March.
sure, okay.
So yeah, if you could have that for the March meeting, that would be
Yep.
helpful. Do you mind, breaking out the management and the boundary work into like line items?
No, that's easy enough.
Yeah, okay.
Probably, you want me to keep them separate or keep them within the same agreement but different line items?
Uh,
You could have
might as well
one.
just do them separate,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep, all right. Okay. So the Barden lot is Hemlock Lane, correct? Barden lot is on Hemlock Lane?
I'm looking at it, I'm thinking about it. Is it? No, I mean, it's on 114.
That's right on 114.
It's near Hemlock.
Oh, you're thinking Hemlock Drive.
Drive,
No, yeah, no, it doesn't have frontage on it.
okay. Drive, right, okay.
Now I understand what Andy was texting. Yeah, so no, just call it Barden.
Got it, okay. All right. Okay. So would you feel those are priority over the expiring Bartlett and Poor Farm planning?
I mean, personally, I think, I'm big on the boundary maintenance,
Yep,
and seeing as we're gonna be out there, I think it's kind of logical. One thing I would like to see is actually kind of some sort of a list of expiration of forest management plans, so we can even kind of jockey them around a little bit if we have to, so they're not all coming up on the same year.
oh, I know. Well, what threw the wrench in it was that whole, kind of hold pattern
Yeah,
that we were under for about a year and a half. So a lot of that planning got kicked down, the can got kicked down the road for that.
yeah,
So I can do that.
yeah, that'd be handy. Yeah, if you want to just give us FSAs for those for now, and we'll just, we're gonna have to add up what we've got available for funds
Okay,
and see what we want to do with it.
okay, yep. All right. Did you think, so up at Toby Hill, there's some opportunity up there where there's some really nice younger hardwood stands that we didn't enter with the machinery just because they were very high quality and smaller diameter, and we just didn't want to disrupt that structure of just nice, a lot of good quality wood for not a lot of money. But there's definitely some opportunity to complete some timber stand improvement up there for girdling and doing it's like weeding, where you cut smaller trees that are interfering with vigorous trees and stuff. So it's a property that, from the town standpoint, it's a smaller property, and
it's, so far has had a ton of really good, management for improvements and like, almost like demonstration on, you know, on stewarding land that, you're trying to grow really good quality trees, long-term, because a lot of the properties the town has a lot of big mature trees, and they're more maturing to over mature type stands, where the Toby has a lot of smaller age classes, and there's some forestry steps you can do to kind of weed and thin. It's called TSI, and there is an area up there that if we wanted to consider implementing, you know, that type of intensive work on a small scale, that would be a cool place to do it. Nothing we gotta decide on today, but it's just definitely an action item that we might wanna, think about doing at some point.
Yeah, I'd suggest, we've gotta just add up the whole budget at the next meeting here and
Yep.
prioritize,
Sure.
and just see what we've got available. If it does pass, and if it doesn't pass, then when you're looking at, you know, using conservation, but I think usually we've got strong support from the townspeople,
Yep,
so I
sure.
suspect that'll continue.
Yep. Yep, all right, and for forestry activity, for timber sale, action, there's work that we can consider on Eastman, based on the forestry plan update findings, and what could be, what's proposed there as an opportunity to consider is to improve or actually create an access from the north end coming off 114, just below Rough Road, so that town forest would have its own road going in, something like down at Felch by the dump, where, you know, we got a nice gate and a road system that goes into Felch. Currently, the two access points we have are off the corner down by the Blackbird, you know, up that,
Edge of that field.
yeah, but it's up that driveway, that shared driveway with the greens. I think it's
Yeah.
the greens, yep. So that access is like a good 100 or so 140 acres or so, and then up Pine Hill, there's another access point that gets maybe another 150 maybe. And then, so the north is a very remote, hard to get because of wetland logistics and stuff to try to,
All that all out.
yeah, to get to Pine Hill.
Yeah.
So it's just something that would be worth considering, and we could fold it into a timber sale, so likely it wouldn't have any out of pocket, because you could build in that road build to be part of the obligation of the crew that would be working there.
So you're talking about on 114 coming in there?
Yeah,
You're come in on the Henniker end though, right?
We're
Rush
right on the
Road?
line.
right on the, yeah,
Right
right
on the
below the line.
Rush Road,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep.
I tell you, my initial thought is not to do that,
Not
because there's so
to?
many vernal pools up in that piece of woods.
Uh-huh,
You have to go back and walk, that's just from walking it a couple
Sure.
times, it's loaded with vernal pools.
yeah,
It's kind of, I remember some, you know, pretty good hardwood forest, but there's a lot of pools right up in that stretch.
mm-hmm,
You really have to go look at it to make an informed decision on.
right,
you
yep.
know.
yep. Yeah, no, it's been sort of looked at and considered when we were working on the property and just evaluating. It's certainly feasible, and the impacts are, I'd say, very minimal, at least from what I saw. I mean, and we got 3 years worth of rain in 6 months this year, right? It was wet. There, right by the state road, there's some hydric soils there, but as you get up, it seemed to be fairly.
You climbing all the time.
Yeah.
No, there's a ton of pools in there.
Yeah.
I should go walk around
Yeah,
with
check it
it
out.
with you and see.
Yeah. Spring would be a good time to do it.
Yeah, I remember just definitely in that piece.
Yep. Yep.
So you
Yeah.
really have to think about, you know, where you're gonna put the landing and where you're gonna put the road, what
Yep.
relationship it is to that.
Sure. Yep, yep. But it'd be a great capital improvement
an area that we really don't have good access for the public or for management. But so
So do,
resource impacts we'll definitely have to look at.
you know, I mean, really the lead up to that too would be to contact DOT, because I'm not sure what your line of sight is right there for a permanent driveway,
Mhm.
if they'll even give it to us.
Yeah. Yep.
So
I
we'd
think
need
it'd
to,
be
need to know
fine.
that.
But, yeah, and I don't know if it's a limited access highway too. Some of these state roads, you know, there's no longer any more room to allow new entrance to different properties, so.
Yeah, there's some deal about whatever the master lot was and what they had for driveways off of them, I think, because we ran across this with Eastman initially. 4?
Yeah, the state allows 3 plus the original.
Yeah. So I don't know if like, you know, like Sizemores and those couple other, if they came off of that, or if those were all separate lots back in the day.
Huh, yeah, I don't know.
It probably came off of, that was Ferrante's piece, right?
Yeah, yeah, I bet you it did.
Yep.
So it'd be something really to call them. I mean, you can always
They
get a
won't budge,
yeah,
Oh, I know,
they don't care.
yeah.
I mean, you can get a temporary one for logging access, but it's not like what you're talking about where they, you know, we pound in a full-blown usable driveway. So that might be first place, just give them a call, see what they think of that.
Will do. Yeah, and so the last two items involve just finishing up the last 30 miles of the boundary paint phase. And that's, yeah, that would be it for that boundary work until we get to the new properties, which we'll talk about doing once we get our budget finalized. And then the town GIS project. So that last one, Steve, that, you know, I guess I'll just, you know, you and Laura probably have some kind of idea what you want to do for that.
Yeah, we chatted tonight too. So with that one, I mean, it's it's not only town forest, it's all the conservation land and everything, so. I mean, on that, I'd be comfortable authorizing just, she said it's probably not even gonna take another 5 hours, but I would just say up to like 20 hours at the hourly rate to get that finalized, and, you know, I'd use either conservation or town forest, that way we're not breaking any budget rules if we wanna move forward with that one tonight. I think the rest of them, we need to get all the draft FSAs for the next meeting after the town's voted, and, you know, then, kinda up or down on whatever ones we wanna do, you know, just
Okay.
kinda add it all up.
Okay.
That's a really good, that's a lot you just covered there.
Yeah, a lot.
Yeah. Excellent, a lot of good work going on.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. So, do you want this, these FSAs drafted out before your next meeting, or you wanna just wait until after the town meeting? Cause I'm guessing you've got some proposed budget for.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah, I mean, just go ahead and draft them out.
right.
I don't have the expectation it's not gonna pass, I would hope it passes. I think we've been,
We've been pretty successful for quite a few years, so.
yeah, it doesn't, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Your next meeting's the day after the vote.
Yeah, cool.
Oh, nice.
I might be too tired to make it, the next meeting.
I know the snow's going for once,
Yeah.
Yeah, a blizzard or something, yeah.
Yeah.
so we're rainstorm.
So does anybody have any questions or comments?
The Felch
Nope,
Farm,
I've seen some of the placards up, they look good.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yep.
Nice.
They're big,
Yeah,
in a good way.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can see them.
Yep, that's what we want. Keep people aware where the boundaries are, and so. Did you get over to Collins Landing?
No,
No, I just cranked that out because we did that big project and I'd been there so much this summer.
Yep.
And it, you know, and the Forest Society sounded like they were kinda,
ready to have you do it.
yeah, chomping at the bit, so it was just online
Did you find anything out there,
in terms of,
when you did your walk?
Yeah, no, I mean, I didn't go out and walk it, upon receiving that from you. I just did it based on all my, cause they're a client, you know, of ours. So we did that big timber sale there this summer.
Gotcha.
So I was there for a good part of the year working and so. So we're compliant with that.
Yippee.
I should probably bill you for doing that. I forgot about billing you for that. No, but we're good. Got the easement compliance monitoring completed.
Sherry, do you have a question?
Yeah, Felch, are we cutting more over there? Is that what that is? You're gonna be cutting in there again? I thought you all pretty well done.
Felch, no, we're gonna put together, finish the forestry plan that we approved for last year.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and Laura French is leading that, and she's gonna contact the commission with some work dates for that discussion.
Okay.
So a couple things to act on here. You know, one, we've got the management plan completed for Eastman. I think that was pretty good. I think we just wanted to, you know, I don't know if we want to formally vote to approve that plan. Someone would need to motion and second that. We kind of conditionally approved it at this point so that they could get final payment.
And that was the abbreviated second version that went out.
There was like a final version that went out, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a while ago. Everybody
Right,
got
and I
it.
haven't thought about it for about 2 months here.
Yeah.
It looked good when I read it. I don't,
Yeah, I was good with it. I know we had a couple revisions.
So we're looking to, for a motion to finalize the draft
Just to approve.
forest management easement,
Yep, Eastman, Forest Management Plan.
easement. So I'll make a motion to finalize the draft version of the Eastman Forest Management Plan.
I'll second it.
Gonna, do you want to amend your motion just so that we're actually going to say we're going to approve the final version of it?
Oh,
Amended to say approve the final version.
Okay, yeah, so the motion as amended is to approve the final version of the Eastman Forest Management Plan. So is there any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? Abstain?
Did you
Okay.
get a second on that? Because
I seconded it originally.
after you changed it?
Oh, I'll second it again then.
Yeah.
Okay, plans approved. Good deal. And then the second thing that just was an action item here, and I would like to see us approved, you know, based on the hourly rate up to 20 hours for Laura to finalize the GIS, well, the GIS project that we had done an FSA for is complete, but to go ahead and authorize up to 20 hours, with the expectation it's gonna take less, but to go and to get a map that's based on a GIS viewer posted to the town conservation website. So someone would just have to motion, and that would be either out of, actually, Naomi, I'll ask you, can we, tonight where we don't have a town forest budget, can we motion out of that, out of either account, because we've got money in conservation, or do we strictly just have to go from conservation right now?
I think without a town vote, you have to do conservation.
Okay,
That would be the right thing to do in case somebody challenges.
okay, so yeah, that would be my suggestion, just to keep this thing moving, because it's so good, is that we authorize up to 20 hours based on the hourly FSA out of conservation, so I don't know if anyone wants to.
Wait, so Laura would be putting that on our town website?
Yeah,
So
basically
is there
there's,
gonna be a, you know, a link right on that homepage there that where you can click it? How is that gonna work?
no, it actually, hang on, I've got another, so there's, let me just pull this one up, it's, I got like a million emails from her, so hopefully I can find the right one.
Naomi, how's it work, like, months, January, February, a pre-town meeting?
So what happens on a budget is you have to stick with the absolute minimum. We don't order anything. All we basically do is do payroll.
Yep, no kidding.
Pay our lights, pay our fuel. We don't do anything.
Yeah.
We're kind of living without a budget right now because we're calendar year.
Yeah,
So
Yep.
that's why we don't go and buy everything exorbitant. We have to just do the fuel and whatever we need. We don't
Tree.
do a lot of anything that we've got planned because we don't know what the plan is.
right,
Excellent.
yep. Just operating, really.
Yep.
Yep. Huh. So, is that how all towns are?
I haven't checked all of them.
No.
That's how we do it, but we're in SB2, some are not. Some are not calendar year, they're fiscal year,
Right,
so everybody's different.
Yep.
There's no place like Weare.
no place. Yep.
No, that's not it. Jared, do you know if that map is just right on Vermont Tree Farm, like, or if it's hidden? I know it's,
I don't, I imagine it's on there, yeah, on the
Yeah, let me
website. Vermont Tree Farm.
yeah, Vermont Tree Farm homepage. Let me see if I can get it.
So where'd you buy your land?
Arrow,
Carroll?
right,
So for this
Lake
map, the
Bombay
layers
lot.
are created, and is there a potential to
Three separate
add
lots.
more layers to
Really?
this?
Oh, yeah,
And
So,
maybe,
there's a survey company up there, I forget the name of it.
not just
that did
strictly
the original subdivision.
conservation, but if the town wanted to add other
Contacted them to see if they could give
layers,
us
or
all
is
the
that gonna
property
be a
corners.
separate,
They're not
type of
really
map,
clearly
you know what I
marked.
mean?
There's some blazing,
so
do you wanna keep that separate?
so
the thing that's very similar is the,
told us they'd put us on the list.
the
I don't know when that's gonna happen.
Yep.
the,
So all three are adjoining?
Well, there's two
thing.
on one side of the road adjoining each
tax
other.
assessors,
And one directly
website.
across the
Yep.
road.
Nice.
Yeah,
They're like 1 acre lots?
5 acre lots.
Wow.
Yeah, there's 15 acres total. So Jonathan wants that so he can get me away from the rat race.
Yeah?
I get so stressed, he can't get me away, so he says, Dad, I'm buying our own land. Okay. But we went to Ralph Feldbaum's place there last weekend. I have to admit, it took me a day and a half to just calm down, but after that, I didn't really wanna leave.
Yeah.
It
sure.
felt good,
Yeah,
When you get your own place that they do the same, we do.
yeah,
I hate coming home.
yeah.
where's your place?
We have a place in Clarksville.
Clarksville. Oh, nice. Yep.
We'll be able to ride to each other's places.
Is that where Bill is tonight?
oh, here it is.
Clarksville?
Bill is probably.
I'll open it on my
somewhere in the
phone.
tip of Maine.
Oh, really?
He left
Roostic?
February 1st, not to return till 100%.
So ours would be better, but
Is
Yep.
Mark meeting up with him?
see how it opens right up in the website?
Yep.
Ray, see how, so the map opens up like right in the website, and then you'll be able to, this is just the phone version. But, so whatever page we have it on, it'll pop right up, and the difference is like the Vermont Tree Farm one, we're gonna have more functionality, but you can see like all the parcels in Tree Farm. But what we're gonna have is like a legend here that you can turn layers on and off.
Yep.
So if you wanna customize your own map, you should be able to print it, or you can, this one I think, yeah, seem like this one, you can touch on that and it so it's related back to a database and it gives you some data about like, what's that polygon is, see it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so,
And then you can zoom in on it.
yeah, you can zoom in and out, there's some robustness, I mean, you can put as much data or as little data as you want to give out to the public, but that's the kind of thing that we need to be doing, just to, because people want to be able to use these parcels and know where they are.
Did we figure out who manages the website?
Right there, I should have known,
Oh, okay.
we got her.
Is that's gonna be in the conservation tab of the website? Where's that gonna be located?
Yeah, conservation.
Okay.
Yeah, Andy had mentioned there's a couple links that are pointing in the wrong direction right now too,
There's some broken links still.
Yeah.
yeah, and like your spare time, you gotta clean that up.
Yeah, my spare time.
Anyhow, yeah, so that's, so I'd suggest we wanna move forward, or keep moving, out of conservation on that one, but someone has to make a motion.
So a motion to grant up to 20 hours of work at the hourly rate out of the conservation fund to continue work on the town GIS project.
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, motion carries, I guess there's no one opposed or against, so we're good there. So up to 20 hours on the hourly. So no need for a FSA or anything on that, Chair?
No, okay.
Yep, good deal, good, so I think, yeah, I think we're good, Chair.
Okay.
Really appreciate you coming down
Yeah,
and
My
spending a
pleasure.
little time with us.
yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we
See
can,
everybody.
yeah,
you
hopefully we can
too.
get more on a regular schedule again.
Sounds good.
Pandemic goes away.
Yeah, or at least lightens up or whatever. Okay,
All right, I'll get all that stuff prepared for you guys and send it off, and just let me know when you want me to come back down
okay,
in the summer.
probably plan 3 months. What would that be like, May? May.
All right, folks, thanks.
Yeah.
We'll see you. Thanks, Chair.
How'd you?
Yep,
See you later.
See ya.
Okay, I guess next up will be approving the minutes. If anyone wants to make a motion or take a few seconds.
I make a motion, we accept the December 8th minutes.
Yeah, I'll second. I didn't see anything major here.
Okay, motion made and seconded to accept the minutes. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Anyone opposed or abstained? No, I think we all, good. Good. Moving right along. We have got some mail. Let's see, shoreline permit application. Looks like nothing for us to do on that first
Give
one.
us this information.
Yep,
So far.
we've got a forestry permit by notification.
You got one that's incomplete and then a couple later you got it complete, so.
Oh, same applicant?
Yeah,
Okay,
it's because you're bridging a couple of months.
okay.
Yeah, I think this is the 29th and then the last page too. It's AMS, that's up on Mountain Road. They're doing that subdivision.
Oh, that's a 7, okay.
So how they doing that as a forestry notification?
Because they're clearing for 7 lots, maybe? I don't know.
That doesn't sound right.
There's not much to clear there, that, been all cut off. I mean,
don't
there's
know.
some, but,
I just recognize the map and lot number.
yep.
Oh, because that's development.
That's what?
Can't do that.
I don't know, in January they said it was complete.
Yeah, but they wouldn't know it's, does it say it's for development here? Trying to,
Sure it's there.
Doesn't say anything about it.
yeah, I'm not tracking on the second one.
Please obtain a wetland permit by notification. Oh,
What's the second one? What's the date on the second one?
January 12th.
The last one was January.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. So we have some sort of documentation that this is a development?
It's been approved by the planning board back December.
Okay, yeah, I think maybe I can give, DES a call just to talk that over.
yeah, it doesn't talk anything about that being a development.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't do that.
Kevin Towns did the login on that.
I think he's up there now. I don't know that, but
Yeah, I haven't seen any logs coming out, but doesn't mean anything. They could go down Peacock Hill.
yeah, there was no internal or any, it was just right along Mountain Road and, oh, what is that? Mountain Road and Perkins Pond.
Perkins Pond's right on the corner, yeah. Maybe I'll take a ride up tomorrow.
I'm like 99% sure you can't do that, but I could be wrong.
I'm not familiar enough. I know in the past, we've been able to cut trees and move dirt. If it was an acre or less, we didn't need a sweat plan or anything. But I don't know where there's the gray areas there.
What, there's a few problems actually, because I guess we'd have to go back and look at the development. So for forestry, even with the town wetland buffer ordinance, you can log into the buffer. None of that applies. But for development, it all applies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they had them, they were really narrow lots. Do you remember we looked at them? They were really narrow
They're
lots.
5-acre lots, yeah.
They're 5 acres, but they're thin and narrow. They go back, some of them quite a ways.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah.
maybe we can make a call sometime tomorrow or Friday, just ask what the deal is on that. And we'll just, we've got a few kind of loose ends that are wetlands related. We've got that issue with TMS that we didn't end up following up on. I think that, something we,
With the second driveway?
no, they cut and filled the wetland.
Oh, in the front there, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're supposed to close with the second driveway, but he's got all sorts of equipment parked there, you'd never get in there anyway.
No, I noticed that the other day when I came
Yeah,
back.
they're like back to back.
Back to
close
back,
nose.
yeah.
Yeah. He's supposed to close that driveway up because that was part of the approval.
Huh.
But we also just barely started having somebody do zoning stuff, so.
Yeah. That's probably kind of an action item. Just to, because my phone keeps lighting up, Andy wanted to know if we're all set on the town report.
Whatever he sent.
Yep. Okay, good. All right, so that was the logging. Let's see, we got utility, permit by notification. There's really nothing we're gonna do with that. Hopefully Eversource, doesn't cause any grief. Looks like they've got GZA involved with it.
Must be townwide. They just put Weare right away, so must be the whole town. Usually they indicate map along with that.
Yeah, I wonder if it's that big,
I think it's the whole span.
the transmission lines though?
I don't know, but they've had, they were doing tree work up on 149, and then that was last week, and a couple days later, they were up on Maple Wall cutting a bunch of trees.
Well, they're doing along the road, that's what I have to sign for all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so maybe that's what they're there for.
No, this is their actual right of way, because it goes out behind our house, it's 100 feet wide all the way
Wow.
through.
Yeah, the big one, yeah, goes all the way up behind, up by Farron Pond,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, well. Let's see, got a letter from PLC.
Yeah, there's a problem with that though.
Is that that's not the same property that somebody complained about before, is it?
Which one?
No, this one's up on Winterberry,
Yeah.
they put stumps and trees and compost and everything in the easement.
Easement.
And then on Chevy Hill, they found a game camera near the western boundary.
The game camera's not prohibited. There's a bunch of game cameras out there. So I don't even know what the deal is on, them writing that up, but there's game cameras all over town property.
59
Yeah, I don't know.
Winterberry
It's a new
Lane,
guy too,
has dumped a pile of
that's
stumps.
the other girl moved on.
Refresh my memory what Winterberry is.
Holly Hill?
So that's probably on the,
This
like,
is a new person though,
Yeah.
49, we've never had an issue there unless it's a new owner.
So,
so they don't really, 7332,
That's not right.
it's not?
lot
No,
32.
We don't have a map 73.
Alright, so let's just,
We have 101 to 110, 201 to 203, and 401 to 412.
alright, so I'm just gonna email Dan back and tell him they've gotta update
I
their
don't know,
map.
the original must be like about, there's like a map number. He's got 73 and 32 would be the sublot of the subdivision, but it's not the map lot.
Yeah, I mean, they're
I don't know
gonna,
what the map will follow is.
they're gonna have to be more clear on that, cause the problem with that whole development is, there's the property that we own, and then there's the fiasco on the back of the lots.
Is that the one where they can only cut the grass like twice a year?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
unbelievable. Whoever thought that was a good idea, I don't know.
People that own their own land can only cut their grass twice a year?
I think once.
Once a year.
Why is that?
Why would
A
you
por- a
buy it?
portion of the land, right?
No, that was part of the, was in the
The
wording.
easement.
Crazy. Alright, so. Just make a quick note, so just send an email that saying they need to fix that and get back to us.
Yeah, 'cause he asked if you want, it says he can send you the reports.
Okay, yeah, I got his email right here.
Mhm.
Yeah, we would actually need that. Okay, tree farm,
That actually went to Jeremy too.
oh, that report, yeah.
Yeah. Because Jeremy recommended that it be placed in a pioneer status, I don't know what that is.
Well, from what I read, I guess it doesn't meet the qualifications of a regular tree farm, but rather than completely dismiss you, they put you in a pioneer thing while you're coming up with a new plan.
Oh, yeah, we just gotta update our plans.
You can stay within the system.
Yep, no big deal, sounds good. We'll get that back, which is kind of a nice to have thing. All right, Forest Society, let's see, Jeremy did that. You know, as far as other monitoring, like I didn't get around to the, what's
Do
it,
you
Alex
have-
Lot.
Do you have tree farm signs at this thing that they, because you can't have them?
I guess Jeremy will have to go take them down, if that's the case.
You can't have a tree farm sign anymore?
No, not if it's a Pioneer Tree Farm.
Oh, it's not him, I think he moved on to the society.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't think he's, where is the tree farm? Is that the Felch farm?
I think Felch is a tree farm, yeah,
Then he can't have signs on the Felch farm.
yeah. We got a sign out there?
If it's Pioneer, but if it goes back to a regular tree farm, you can leave the
Have the sign
signs.
up, right.
Right.
You just better get it together and then not have to pull them all down so you can put them all back up again.
Yeah.
I think he's working on it.
Yeah, that's the one we were just talking about that we're doing right now.
Yeah,
I don't know, I guess if they want us to take it down, they can come grab it or,
I'll tell you that.
I don't think they have tree sign police. folks.
No, they don't.
no.
And then the society was really only the monitoring for Charlie Brown's and
Yeah.
Harrington's.
Yeah, it's just kind of like for our information sort of
Yeah.
thing, but Jeremy did, the Collins Landing is
Yeah.
also Forest Society. So we're good. Yeah.
yeah.
I think, I think that's about it for tonight, folks. I don't know
Well,
if you-
actually, I had wanted to, I finally, did you guys look at this wetland budget notification for the Gis Project?
No,
Because I finally got the letter back from Harrisburg. Because in that one-stop data, I needed a letter from them. So that's kind of what I was holding up on, and I think, you know, when you guys were looking at it last time, you weren't gonna, just because it's a town project, you weren't gonna waive it.
Oh, for the
so-
boat landing?
Yeah, so here's what we put together,
Oh, that's right.
we'd like to move forward before they refill it back up. But I finally got something through snail mail, actually it was through an email. Cause they returned our $400 check. If you remember right, I did the shoreland one.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it came back, and he said it's a wetlands. I'm like, why is it a wetland? It's shoreland. And he sent me the link to do that plan.
Mm.
And I still have to pay $400.
Again?
I paid my $25, yeah, I forwarded the other check. So we paid the $25. She came back with a letter.
So who did the
It was a year ago for us. And we thought we could just move along as a town. But I filled out the wrong application, then we went back, and then
Yeah,
we
I remember, yeah.
I had to wait because I couldn't get into the one stop. I couldn't make it work. So then over there, during COVID, nobody was in.
Right.
So I worked with, I can't remember her name, Jessica something. Then she wouldn't do it until I sent a check.
Smart.
Well, anyway, I got my email today and I'm like, perfect.
Hmm.
It also said on there the fishing game, I don't have to go to fishing game. Bottom of her letter says that. Because usually, sometimes you have to go to fishing game.
yeah, if there's any endangered species,
Right.
yeah, so there are none.
Probably nothing, in Lake Horace with all those motorboats on
The only thing
it.
we're doing is repairing.
Yeah,
Because we got, you know as well as I do, we get a lot of complaints about boats.
yeah. So are we gonna just end up putting cement, Yeah.
Asphalt.
asphalt?
You can do like for like, he said, which totally shocked me, that you can do asphalt.
Yeah,
Under the water?
He said we can do like for like. And I even asked the question because I didn't think you could do asphalt with water.
yeah, I
Well,
thought,
you
because
can't
you got
put
oil
asphalt
leaching out of
under
it.
Water,
I have an email from him.
Well, it's the lake's lowered now, so they're trying to
Oh.
get it before they.
you gotta get it before the lake comes
Mhm.
back
Yeah.
up.
But I mean, they have those precast boat launches and cement. I would,
The cement ones, yeah, they're really expensive though.
Yeah, we
That's
talked
the
about
right way
this,
to
right?
do it.
yeah, I know. I'd just do it. I wouldn't wanna put cement, tar back in there.
Well, where are we gonna cough up the money?
How much, I don't know how much it is.
Oh, they're probably many thousands of dollars.
Yes, exactly. I think there's like $25,000 worth of work there.
Oh, gee.
And the highway, as long as the water was out, highway could do it. Because I asked Ryan that as well, Ryan from DES.
Yeah, it's much easier to just back up and just.
Dump a load of
go
tar.
down, and they could even do it by hand.
Well, that's probably how they'll, well, they might bring over like a small piece of equipment or something.
Yeah. But the new asphalt blends of today, the oil content's not as high as it used to be.
It's not,
No.
that's what I was worried about. was
Yeah,
it's
that's
not.
what I was thinking, the oil.
So,
I was shocked that they said we could do it though.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because I thought we were gonna have to buy those. Because up north, if you go to Lake Francis, Bill and I walked out on that one, and that's done with the concrete. It's kind of nice.
Very nice.
They are nice, yep.
Yeah, but I didn't know how they were made. I took several pictures. But the water never came up down there. You had to walk out almost, I mean, the water stayed really low this year up there.
So it's cement all the way out?
Yeah, it's cement for a long ways out.
Wow.
I mean, there could be economical ways to do it. I've seen where
I mean, couldn't you
they
put a,
pour a thick cement concrete slab higher than where it needs to be, right?
Yeah.
And then they literally push it in with a couple of dozers and
Actually,
loaders.
It was you that said that, okay, because
Yeah.
somebody told me that.
yeah. Yeah, well,
You build a reinforced concrete slab on top of the ground and you literally
just push
shove
it, yeah,
in.
that would be cheaper, a lot cheaper to do it that way.
Cheaper than precast.
I mean, even, you could even make a form up. I mean, 3 or 4 guys in a day could put a form up there for the boat ramp and just have ready mix come down
Just come
with some
pour it.
rebar and let them come and
Yeah, because
pour
I
it.
think it was you that talked to me about that, then,
Yeah.
that pushed it out.
Push it out. But if the lake is low enough, like Sherry says, it wouldn't be that much effort to just make a form
Yeah, just
and
take some,
pour concrete. It
two-
doesn't even have to be finished good, it can be left rough.
Right.
because
But now,
of the traction.
let me ask you, so pouring concrete though, don't you have to make it in pieces, because will it heave? I'm just asking, I don't know.
well,
Like, will the ground heave?
It
in the
could,
No,
but no
like-
more than asphalt will.
no.
It may crack.
Well, they can put some crack relief in there too.
Yeah,
They can put the relief in it
You'd put rebar.
and
If
put
it does crack, it
rebar
won't
and it will
split
hold it
apart.
together. It's not going anywhere.
That's too risky, though. I mean, you're better off just putting those precast. They're really nice, they're ribbed,
They're nice.
Yeah, right, I've seen them.
they're great. They use them all over up to Maine there, but I say we just give it to Fish and Game and let them do it for nothing.
Yeah.
Good luck. Is that in the Build Better Back America or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll put it in there. We'll
Now
call-
you're thinking
We'll call the
right
White
there.
House, see if they
You
got
can't
some
even get
funds for
bridge
it.
money.
No, because, all your registration money, there's a ton of money there. I mean, they spent a lot of money and lost some. Remember one of the governors raided it, that account one year?
Bill just said, say hi to my fellow conservationists. We made Fort Kent.
We made Fort
Wow,
Kent.
they're that far
Oh,
north,
wow,
huh?
nice.
Yeah.
How far is that from where your house
You
is?
can
Oh,
We
many
don't have a
hours.
house yet in Fort Kent, don't get me started on that one.
No, how far from where, did he take off from where you have your house up there and not,
He and Mark started in Millinocket.
oh,
Mark
Up
drove
in
to
Maine.
Millinocket. Bill's been on sleds since February 1st, all over.
oh my God. He'll have saddle sores when he comes
We
home.
chat at night.
Tell them we say to enjoy the potatoes.
Yeah, have some potato,
Okay, Mike says to enjoy the potatoes.
mashed potatoes.
Potatoes.
Better tell him watch out, his phone's probably on a French tower right now. A Canadian.
Definitely, I would say it definitely is.
Oh, yeah.
When you're
That
up there,
was one.
sometimes you get roaming things on your phone.
Yeah.
Andy just said thanks, Bill.
All right, so are we supposed to sign this thing? Is that the idea?
Conservation area.
Yeah,
All right, anybody else want to look at this or make a motion or what?
I
Make
still
a
have to
motion
get
that the
checked. I still have to go to Maureen.
that
I still
the-
have to-
acting chair signs the paperwork to,
And then somebody still has to decide how they're gonna build it?
We do.
Yeah.
I'd like to think we could do the concrete ones, I really would.
Yeah,
I'd like to do it right and do it once,
yeah.
not just make a Band-Aid.
I mean, the slab I poured in my building, it's a floating slab. It's out in the cold. It's not moving, it's not cracking. I got polymers in it and fiberglass and stress relief cracks. And it's holding up beautiful. You put rebar in here. I would think it would hold up better than asphalt. Asphalt's not gonna hold up well at all.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna break
Gonna
again.
do it again in about 5 years. The concrete precast stuff is nice, but it needs prep work. And if you poured a slab on top of what's there, you really wouldn't have to prep anything. Just pour it on top of what's already there, and you're done.
You saw the holes are, as you know, when you put your motor in and then they, what
Yeah.
they're doing now is they're really forcing to hop on their trailer is what I
Yeah.
was told.
Yeah, they
If you
they
poured
rev
a
the
slab,
motor.
you'd be filling in those holes and just putting a new layer on top of what's there
Yeah.
without digging anything out, which I would recommend not digging anything out. That way you don't get any
This just
silt
put
issues.
something on, in the holes?
Yeah.
Yeah, throw some gravel in there.
Well, I'd have to look at it, but yeah.
Right now it's covered with ice, but we're
Right.
gonna wait.
Yeah, but I mean,
Typically, they wanna be open for Memorial Day, so.
yeah, they bring their boat in and then they rub the motor to push the boat up, so the boat will go up onto the trailer.
And all that spinning is making all those holes.
In the asphalt?
No,
No, there's-
just where the
did you
asphalt
look at the
stop.
pictures?
No,
They're power loading is what's going on.
Power loading,
Yeah.
that's what it's called.
Would
Yeah.
they draw the water down beyond those holes?
Yeah, they were. We went up there, was it last
Yeah.
spring? And then
That's
we
what
got all
we-
that rain
That's why we
started
took
in.
those pictures last spring when we were gonna do it then.
Yeah, then we had all the rain and they couldn't, the water came up so
No,
fast.
then we couldn't get permission because I filled out the.
Oh, the wrong
form,
paperwork
and
and,
it
yeah.
was great. I thought it was right to do the shoreline, not the wetlands.
Yeah, I would have thought the same thing.
That's the one I filled out. They said, no.
All right, Sherry made a motion. Anyone want to second it or
What was the motion?
to sign that thing?
Oh,
Just-
yeah, I'll second it.
Okay, any
Is
discussion?
it to authorize Steve to sign it, is that what you're doing?
Yeah,
Yeah. The block is actually authorized commission signature, so I think we're good. Okay, so motion and second, any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor?
aye.
Oppose, abstain? Okay, good deal.
I'm so sick of these things. I don't know.
It's
I wear my
irritating.
glasses all day and these, I just can't take it.
It's irritating.
I'm so hot under here right now, I could die.
Yeah,
I know, I was thinking the same thing. I evidently wiped my face too because my coffee's all over you.
Yeah.
okay, that's that.
Are we all done?
Where's the map?
I covered that with the map. The map was the,
So what, I'll just
Oh, it's
share,
right there,
I'll
okay.
share with you his response. Tell them that once you finally get the moose to get off the pack trail, the snow is deep enough that half the body of the mature animal is completely covered.
Still up there, really?
4 to 6 feet of snow in the woods.
Are they supposed to have high temperatures like we are this week?
Mm-mm,
It's gonna stay cold?
they're getting, and then next week.
Want me to make a motion to
Really?
adjourn?
I can't.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second, I'll third.
Anybody?
okay, all in favor?
Well, I'll second.
Aye.
Aye.
All right, that ends our meeting. Somebody want to kill the feed there? Yeah.
Yeah, and